Hello. Yeah, sometimes I think about how the world will look like and how successful people will be if they can only understand the power of little things. You see, a lot of times people want to do big things, but they never actually try to fathom how big things are cumulative effects of small things. For instance, nobody dies in a minute. People die in 1 second. Nobody does a mile. People do just bits and bits and bits, and then it accumulates. Yes. Nobody does a million steps. People do one step a million, you know, times progressively, and it becomes 1 million steps. So the question is, what is that thing that you can start doing today that in few weeks time, in few months time, little things you would do right now, that in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months time, it will become something beautiful. If you want to write, start writing 1 page a day. Start with the first sentence. Before you know it, you are you've done something great. But that's not the major thing I want to discuss. The major thing I want to discuss is, how is it that people do not know that greatness is a function of understanding that anything you don't do cannot do itself. In other words, if you leave something undone, you can't come back after weeks and months and you just say, "Oh, I thought this thing would have been done." Yeah. Do you know that a lot of people who count themselves schooled, because I always say there's a difference between being educated and being schooled. Being schooled is what we did to have PhDs. You keep just going on, getting degrees and doing assignments and paying school fees until, yeah, you are able to graduate, and then, yeah. But that is different from being educated. Being educated is the ability to know what to do with what you know. In other words, what can you do with what you know? That is what being educated is for me. Doing something with what you know. The computer doesn't know everything, but the computer does so much with what it knows. For instance, the encyclopedias or the encyclopedia knows so much, but it does so little with what it knows. It's just somewhere gathering dust. But a computer, immediately you write Google, Dr. Kali, or whatever you write on it, it can tweet it, it can email it can change the color, it can do quite a lot on that simple thing you wrote. So the point is, what you know is not as important as what you do with what you know. But a lot of people revel in what they know. Oh, do you know that I know this? Do you know my degrees? You know, yes, but you see, to what use are those degrees? If you're not able to use them properly, you are not doing any job. I am where, some of my, you know, young friends are doing car wash, and you see, they're washing my car, and you can see for each one they wash 1,525, sometimes 3,000, depending on what they are doing. Sometimes 8,000. Sometimes when they do what they call Cotonou wash, they collect 16,000 or so. Now they will remove the you know the seats and the upholstery and wash deeper. And you see a lot of people who think they can do those work, they can do those jobs, and maybe because they have certificate. I can understand. Yeah, you spend some time to go to school to have certificate. But if the government is not providing jobs for you, you need to do more. Now, get it right. Nobody says you should go and start washing cars. But the point is, now, can you learn how to code? Can you learn how to, design websites, design graphic designs, digital marketing, coding and programming? Can you learn how to do copywriting? Can you learn some simple things that you can just do, yeah, that are on demand and in demand, what do you call it, skills. If you don't know how, public speaking and all this, do you even know how to think? There's a course of mine coming up. I mean, a course that you know, sending out in not too far from now. And the course is about, the title of the course, Let Me Teach You How to Think. A lot of people don't think. In fact, George Bernard Shaw said, I've made what I claim by thinking once or twice every year. That people don't think. They can do free association of ideas, but they don't really think. So, do you know how to think? Do you know how to collaborate? Do you know how to do team playing? Do you know how to communicate? Do you know how to present? Do you know how to speak in public? Do you know how to design? Do you know what is it you know how to do? If you want to be successful, you must understand the power of doing small, small things and then working them up until they become something big. Yes, I don't want this video to be too big or too long. So I want you to follow this page, connect, share, comment. I want to also hear your views about some of this thing. Please, your views can be contrary to mine. Is 100% allowed. I can learn from you. Yeah. If you have a contrary view, please. If you have other views, please. Um, want you to put it down there. And then if there's something you want me to speak on, business, IT, management, leadership, whatever, you can just drop the topic on what you want me to speak on, then I can do video about them. Thank you very much and have a beautiful day.